change of economy over the period of time. In economies, they ebb and flow, they go back and forth. And gaming is directly related to that. When people are making money, the economy's good, they're feeling good, there's more disposable income, they come and entertain themselves in our casinos and our entertainment facilities. When things aren't so good, we see that decline. And so the combination of the two leads to things like this that need to be focused on. Business beyond Indian gaming. And being able to invest those resources away from gaming into businesses that aren't impacted by the same things that impact the gaming business. Building capacity in other areas, which then results in building opportunities for other tribal members and for other community members of where these businesses exist. Becoming a force to be reckoned with in your neighborhood, in your city, in your state, and in your country. And I'm proud to say that the Potawatomi Business Development Corporation has grown from a very small company to one that's worth several $100 million a year. We provide many resources to our tribe in addition to the gaming facility. We're able to provide jobs, opportunities, introduce kids and young adults to industries that would never have touched them, living on the res and growing up on the res. It's a really exciting time, and it's really meant so much for our community. As NACA's executive director, I've had the pleasure of working with literally hundreds of Native-owned businesses that are part of holding companies that are owned by tribes, or Alaska Native corporations, or Native Hawaiian organizations. And at different scales and different sizes and shapes, you see many of this stuff, much of this stuff going on, and it needs to continue. Indian gaming was designed to infuse tribal communities with these types of opportunities. For these things to happen and really build who the tribe is and who they will be in the future. And what Dr. Fred recognized, along with some of my other colleagues that I work with at NACA, is that business development also is partnering with other people and making things happen. The great advances that we've seen in Indian country need to happen in other communities as well. And there's certainly a responsibility for us to be able to share in those opportunities and cross-pollinate and make some really cool things happen. When I was in Washington, D.C. for NACA, one of my primary focuses and the biggest thing on my agenda was to bring groups together and understand that these businesses, these communities, the rich background, traditions and customs that exist in both need to come together and make things happen in Washington so all that can come back to the communities and make things happen there. And then we'll see a difference happen within Indian country, with the African American community, with the Hispanic community, and others. So I applaud Dr. McKinney. I applaud the Mashantucket Pequot Nation. I applaud the Greater New England Scholar Development Council for bringing us together in a room of very diverse people from very different backgrounds, but all here for a common cause, where we're holding hands together, dancing and chanting, and thinking about the future together and the differences that we can make on the lives of literally millions of people. It's awesome. It's almost so much, it's impossible to put words to it. But this is a great stepping stone. It needs to be continued on a regular basis all the time, so we can't forget who's sitting next to us on either side of us right now, who they are, where they come from, and what they mean to us and what they mean to the people that they represent and serve. So I'm going to end it there because, as I mentioned earlier to people, are you sure you want to get a lawyer up there and start talking?